Sorgy Squad. Game edition live stream for Sorgy Stories. I am Daddy. The rest of the world calls me Jay, and that guy over there is
Anthony.
We all know who you are, and just joining us on the stream. You've talked to him before. This is my first time actually talking to you on screen. The great baseball channel, Harrison Sawyer. You just wrapped up a live stream. Now you are joining ours. Thank you so much.
There we go. Now I can hear. Sorry.
That's all right. That is all right. We have you from Tampa, just a short distance compared to us in our palatial Philadelphia studios. And you've got the multiple caps working today.
Yes. When the Rays are doing bad, I'll throw the Rays hat on.
Awesome. And you are not just a Rays fan living in the Tampa Bay area. You work for them.
Yep. I
That's
am
awesome.
very, very lucky.
That is awesome. That is so cool. Everyone, welcome aboard. As you are joining the stream, follow Harrison Sawyer, follow us, subscribe, give likes to the videos, check out his content, check out all his social media and our social media. Do all the stuff before first pitch. And this, Anthony, is going to be another barn burner, if anything like last night's amazing pitcher's duel today.
Crazy.
Yeah. I don't expect it to be like yesterday. Adrian Hauser on the mound. Or not, he was on the mound yesterday, but today it's Eric Lauer, who's 4.54 ERA. Not ideal. So I see him giving up a couple of runs. Eflin isn't the best pitcher. I think he has a 3.50 ERA, somewhere around there.
He's an inning eater more than anything for us, I feel like.
But yesterday, first of all, it was one of the fastest 9-inning games I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Number one, but just incredible on the mound. And I mean, was it like I didn't get a chance to see the entire thing. Was it as good as what the numbers showed themselves to be? Was it like a wide strike zone? Was it just the bats were off for both teams?
I mean, I didn't get to watch it too much because I was working it, and I was at Gate 5, so I was outside. I wasn't even able to hear it. But from when I was on my way home, I listened to like the 8th and 9th inning, and it sounded like they were getting men on base, but they just couldn't do much. I mean, especially that last inning for the Rays. I mean, yeah, we got the sacrifice fly, but we could have done so much more there.
Man.
Yeah.
What was it? 14 hits combined, I think, in the game?
Yeah, that sounds about right. So, I mean, not a lot, but still, I mean, probably a couple runs left on base for sure.
Man.
Yeah.
All right, what do we have today for the lineups?
Okay, so let me pull them up here. For the Brewers, pitching, as I mentioned, is Eric Lauer. Batting first and left, Christian Yelich. Batting second at DH is Jesse Winker. Third at shortstop, former Ray, Willie Adames. Cleanup and at first base, Ravi Tellez. And then number 5 in right field, Brian Anderson. Number 6 catching, Victor Caratini. Number 7 at third base, Owen Miller. From Mequon, Wisconsin, Owen's town guy. At number 8, playing second, Bryce Terang. And to finish it off, 9th, center field, Tyrone Taylor. And on the Rays side of things, we've got Zach Eflin pitching. Number 1, Diaz is first. Number 2, Franco second. And he's at short. And then we've got Ramirez at DH batting third, Rosarena in left batting cleanup, Paredes fifth at third base, and then Betancourt catching batting sixth, Walls second batting 7th. And then in right field, batting 8th, Manuel Margot. And Siri, 9th in center.
If it's, again, like anything like last night, we're in for a treat. And it's just,
Oh yeah.
it's two contending teams as well. I mean, the
Yeah.
Rays are much better record-wise than the Crew, but neither team's a slouch.
Not at all.
I'm also both interested and kind of, I don't want to say, the word visually disgusted isn't the right verbiage because it's for a fantastically good cause. But these, like, military appreciation camo hats with regular team color jerseys, it's like, huh?
It's interesting. I think I saw that from a highlight of yesterday or something like that. But why are they wearing it now? Is that just
I think it's for Armed Forces Day.
Oh, so are they wearing them today too, or
And tomorrow, I
all
think.
weekend.
Oh, okay. And
Yelich,
they'll probably do something like that for Memorial Day too.
Perhaps.
Yelich hits it deep to center, but it is caught by Jose Siri there.
Yeah, today actually is American Armed Forces Day.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. My stream must be way behind it. Yeah, it even started.
What are you watching on?
Sportsnet.co. It's not even
Okay.
like an official MLB website or anything.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're streaming off of the MLB Brewers app because we get the one team package with the Brewers, so we can watch here in our new palatial estate here in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably blacked out. However,
Geez, my apologies for that. I thought you'd be able to watch it.
no, it's all right.
Okay, cool.
I have a VPN, so I can see if they'll let me watch it.
I love that with our view, we've got the perfect lineup set up between the pitcher's mound right over the plate. That way, like, you know how sometimes on the cameras you have an angle that you see sort of where the pitch direction at?
Yeah.
Over here, you can see it perfectly.
Yeah.
I'm also a big fan of the color scheme of the Rays as well. Both teams using the best color schemes in baseball.
Yeah, I
No doubt.
love their Devil Ray Day every Friday.
Ooh, that's right. As I did last night.
Oh, Siri was the camo arm sleeve. That looks kind of cool.
Man.
All right, let's go, Willie. Adames with 7 homers on the year.
His OPS, though, is low compared to what you'd expect.
Yeah. 0-2-1, man.
I bet he's not happy to be back though, because he struggled here. So
Yeah.
How would you describe the park in terms of it being a hitter's park, pitcher's park, home run park, like a place where home runs go to die?
I definitely feel like it's probably not a pitcher's park, just because people lose the ball so easily in the ceiling or in the roof or whatever. So for the most part, it's probably more of a hitter's park, I feel like.
You think, what are the outfield dimensions?
Not quite sure. I know down the left and right field line is pretty short.
Okay.
It's like 320, I believe, and the dead center should be about 400 or so.
Dimensions, I've got it pulled up right here as soon as it loads. 1-2 to Adames. And
It's going to be more warning track power.
yeah, Siri gets it.
Ending the top of the first.
So the dimensions at the Trop, left field is 315, left center 370, 404, dead center and then 370 in right center and 322 along the line and right.
Yeah, so the dimensions would make you think it's a bit of a home run park. The thing that makes me think a little bit differently, and I noticed this, and tell me what you think, Harrison, about this. It feels like the foul territory that's available, especially along the lines of the outfield, because you happen to have the bullpens there, there's a lot more available and a lot more opportunities to get outs.
That's true. Yeah, I hate the bullpens being on the field. I think we're one of the only fields left to have it like that. But yeah, it's weird for sure.
Magic Man chiming in from Wisconsin. You're seeing commercials, Magic Man, that we're not seeing because we live here in Philadelphia. And when we watch the games, we get the MLB app commercials, which replace the local commercials from Wisconsin. So we don't necessarily see that. Let's see. This is not exactly the tone that a lot of people are agreeing with about the idea that the Brewers can necessarily move. All I got to say is if the Brewers leave town, no baseball is ever coming back. No Major League Baseball is ever coming back to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I would imagine they'd be on TV and not YouTube. Cody, what's shaking?
From down south in Alabama. Big Braves fan, Cody is.
So, also in SEC country. Harrison Sawyer, we were discussing something from Stadium Database today, and I know stadiums are something close to your heart, and we'll dive into the baseball piece of it. But what we noticed today in Stadium Database, they gave a list of the 20 biggest stadiums in the world. As of next year, 9 of them will host Southeastern Conference games.
Whoa.
9 SEC, 4 Big Ten, 7 the rest of planet Earth. Crazy. Absolute crazy as we begin the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah. Harrison, I know that you're a Florida State fan.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about next year? I've heard a lot of confidence from people going into next season for them.
I mean, they looked really good this year, especially against the Gators. Fought back, and that was such a good game. But honestly, I think they're gonna only be better this year. I don't even remember the record, but let me check here.
Magic Man, I'm gonna explain to you the problem with this. The Brewers are worth more than the other. That's the problem. And that's the other is not even worth $1 million. The Brewers are worth $1.5 million.
Yeah, the Brewers' net worth is actually bigger than the owner's own personal net worth.
Okay.
So the capability to go farther in terms of funding their own stadium isn't as big as the grand majority of the rest of Major League Baseball to be able to pay for their own stadiums. Not saying that that the public needs to pay for the whole darn thing. Nice play.
Let's go,
Oh my
Owen.
gosh!
Wow.
Yeah, that was
My goodness.
Cody, that team's
Martha
gonna move.
smiling a little bit.
That's your play team's moving from Vegas to wherever. I don't know where they're going to move, but you're not going to see 2 teams in Vegas
Yeah.
for very long.
If Oakland wasn't as angry at the owner, I would say that they might just switch cities.
Yeah, I think whoever out of these doesn't get a MLB team, whether it's Portland or Montreal, I think are the 2 best candidates for that.
Agreed.
Whichever one doesn't get an MLB team, I think would be a good candidate for a AAA team.
We'll dive back into the Brewers Stadium issues, but since we're on the topic of Oakland, what are your thoughts on it, Harrison?
It's sad to see because as a Rays fan, I kind of know how they feel as far as like the owner goes, and then the whole stadium situation too. I saw the other night they had like 2,400 there. Oh, is that Homer? Get out, ball! Yeah,
You're ahead of us now.
Oh man.
Harold, was that
You're ahead of
Papa?
us on the feed.
Oh.
Oh,
He
no!
sliced that thing like a bad 9-iron, but it counts just as much.
I will take it. Let's go.
I mean, what is this? Is this Rochester, New York, where the PGA Championship is going on right now?
No, just the way that it came off was bad. That's all.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you've got a 90-degree
was
angle to hit home
awesome.
runs into. So yeah, congratulations, 1-0.
And I'm pretty sure, is he on my fantasy? He is. Awesome.
Ooh.
Even better.
Double the.
Even better for me. Yeah. That's why I have pretty much all Rays players. They're carrying me in fantasy too.
Do not blame you. Do not blame you, man. As you were saying in terms of the Oakland situation, you were mentioning 2,400 people going to the game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was their attendance the other night. It was like the lowest attendance that they had since like, I don't even know, it was like early 1900s or something like that. I mean, that just hurts. And I mean, moving to Las Vegas isn't. I mean, it's not really going to solve much. It's not going to help your attendance because your team, you're still going to be like the Rays where you get good players and you get rid of them. So that's why the fans aren't showing up. Oh, come on, Randy. Oh my gosh. That was close. Yeah, now I'm watching on MLB TV, so that's probably why I'm ahead now.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's a similar. It's only a couple seconds.
Yeah, it's
difference.
not too bad.
Yeah, I'm looking at attendance by game right now for the A's. Let's see. Yeah, they had 3,035 people on Monday.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And a walk advances. Rosa Moreno, who's coming up next. It's Paredes.
Yeah, Paredes.
Paredes. Yeah, I always struggle with his name, and his first name is Isak. Isak, I think.
Oh, never mind. They got lower. I'm looking now. And they have had on Tuesday, May 2nd, their lowest of the year. Or not second lowest of the year. Lowest of the year was on this past Monday, 2,064 people.
Oh, wow, that's.
And they've had 1, 2, 3, 4 games with attendance in the 2000s this season.
Jeez. Oh, come on. He got under that.
Let's see what happened here. Yeah. Not another golf reference, but he sandwiched that instead of drove it.
Yeah.
So end
If
of
he
the
under
first
that will be
1-0.
gone, I feel like. Well, off to a good start. I will take it.
Yeah.
We'll
Oh,
disagree,
no,
but with
I
complete
also,
respect. Complete respect.
I also have
Agree.
Rowdy on my fantasy team, so I wouldn't really mind him to do good as long as he doesn't hit any homers.
I mean, the thing with the Oakland situation is that, unlike Milwaukee, they've got an owner who's got ridiculously deep pockets. He's just not spending. He's in a situation where it's like he knows long term he will make more money in Vegas than he'll make in Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
And he's basically used the plot from the beginning of the movie Major League in reality.
Yeah, that's true.
Make the team so bad, make the fan experience so bad, people won't go, and he is forced to move. It's like you go from a pizza place that serves top flight Neapolitan pizza to serving a bad impersonation of Little Caesars, and you have raccoons running around the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure they have rats and raccoons running around the stadium too.
They do in the press box. I'm not kidding you.
Oh my gosh.
They had
Why
to
doesn't
move.
the MLB step in and say, stop what you're doing? Because, I mean, it's just sabotage. I mean, I feel for the players. I mean, imagine how they feel.
I feel for the players. I ridiculously feel for the fans. But here's the problem. MLB isn't stepping in. They want this to happen because the owners are all going to make more money going to Vegas.
That's true. That's true.
They want this to happen.
All about the money.
Sadly.
Yeah. 0-1 to Tellez here in the top of the second.
Here are some things that to think about with what Magic Man's saying. He's saying the Brewers can move people struggling to pay for gas, groceries, and rent. You're supposed to pay for millionaires to play with the ball. How about no and move? You need rent relief, lower food, gas prices. Not a baseball team that needs you to pay for them already spent 20 years paying for the stadium. Pro sports is already pricing people out. Too expensive to take a family to an NFL game. Now the NFL paywall is a playoff game. Watching sports is a luxury, not a need nowadays. I don't know the numbers for sure when it comes to the Brewers situation, but I want you to think about this. With the fact that there is everything from a salary floor to the huge salaries that players are getting, they get a certain chunk of the income that the owners are making, certainly. The property tax, the state taxes they pay, the state income taxes they pay currently right now. I mean, if you look at Milwaukee Brewers payroll.
Oh.
Okay.
2 outs here in the top of the second after a Brian Anderson ground out right to the pitcher.
Current Milwaukee Brewers payroll is $119 million. Wisconsin state income tax is 7.65%. Doing the math.
Victor Caratini batting sixth. Pretty high spot for him, although he does have a 271 average, 771 OPS on the year.
Right now, the Brewers, just the players themselves, let alone all the other employees, and you've got hundreds of employees paying income tax. Just the players make the state $9.1 million per year in state taxes. Add all the other employees, you're talking probably closer to $11 or $12 million, is my guess, in terms of all the state income taxes paid by Brewers employees. If that team leaves, number one, that income is not going to be coming back into the state tax coffers. Number two, you are going to see dramatic increases in the rights fees for broadcasting these games, particularly nationally, particularly when it comes to apps.
Strike three.
And Tampa Bay gets out of the inning. And particularly,
I don't know about that call.
I mean, the network TV fees and the apps. You now have so many competitors who want the rights to baseball games. They're going to continue to raise their fees to get the rights for games that the salaries are only going to increase. And I still remember this with the Milwaukee Bucks arena argument, when basically it was proven that the income taxes that players and staff pay will far outdo the investment costs that you're asking from the public for the renovations of Miller Park. So if the team moves out of town, Magic Man, you're going to be paying more in income taxes or receiving fewer services from the state because the team's gone. Do I blame you for public subsidies? You're angry about public subsidies for stadiums? No, I don't blame you at all. To me, and tell me what you think, Harrison, but to me, it's ridiculous in a lot of ways that stadiums have so much public funding, but it's not going to change because there are too many cities that want teams, and the leagues purposely keep the amount of teams in the league smaller than the number of cities who want a team. Therefore, it becomes a bidding war between cities and states, et cetera, et cetera. You're going through that and have been through that a bit with the Rays stadium situation. I mean, can you go into detail about what that's been like?
It's definitely been annoying, especially because they're running out of time big time right now. And the whole Montreal splitting the season, that was just, I don't even know what Stu was thinking with that. And then now, all of a sudden, Orlando's coming out left field, let's say, just out of nowhere. Now, Orlando's trying to get a team or have the Rays move to Orlando, as if that's going to help anything at all. When people say they don't go to games because of the traffic, if you put a team in Orlando, the traffic there is just no way.
Yeah. And I mean, Orlando, I feel like Orlando isn't the best market for baseball. I think Tampa's a much better market. I think Nashville's a better market. Charlotte, Portland, Montreal. The last four are all expansion team candidates, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand, and you can really enlighten us on this, how hard it is to get fans to the stadium because of the way the bay and the geography work. You're going to have the problem that you have no matter what.
Yeah. 3-0 to Walls.
Nice.
Everything you're saying is right, Magic Man, in terms of
3-1.
roads being a mess, homelessness increasing, schools asking for money. There's going to be less of that available if the income taxes from Brewers employees are gone.
Amal said it's the first.
I don't blame you one bit for your complaints. If anyone can give you an absolute understanding of the recession being here, I'm looking for work. You know that. But it is a literal engine, unlike few other businesses, when it comes to increasing state tax coffers.
Yep.
So that's why I would argue in favor of doing something to assist the Brewer situation in order for them to keep people employed and get that tax money in. You don't want to lose hundreds, maybe thousands of jobs. What do we got here? Runners at first and second.
Second after a single from our guy.
Just over the. Oh, that was.
I mean, where are things right now with the stadium situation? Are they looking to replace the dome right now? Are they looking to move to a different part of the Bay Area? I mean, where does that stand?
What it's sounding like the most right now is replacing the dome, like completely redoing the site. I saw something about, I think they want to make it so there are like more apartments around there and just kind of build St. Pete up to be kind of more like Tampa. have more job opportunities, housing opportunities, stuff like that, which it's a great idea. And honestly, I think with the new stadium, it could work. I personally love the drive to the Trop compared to driving to downtown Tampa for the Lightning. I get more traffic going there than going to the Trop. It could be what time I'm leaving or whatever, but I do prefer the drive to the Trop for sure.
Don't blame me.
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind them redoing the site where the Trop is right now. Probably their best bet because Tampa is already so crowded. I don't know many sites that they could build a giant stadium on.
Nick in the house. Good to see you.
Hey, Nick, the legend.
Harrison, I took
Siri, what are
inspiration
you
from your Trop
screaming
background.
Oh yeah.
Miller Park in the back. I just saw that, Nick. I literally just got my notification. So yeah, let's go. We'll beat the Scrubbies.
Number one, that's our second favorite team, the Phils. Number two, they're beating the enemy. We appreciate that. We absolutely appreciate that. All right. Number one, when it comes to this, Baltimore hasn't built a new stadium since 2000, since the early 2000s. LA, privately funded. San Diego's gone. The Bears are privately funded with what they're doing with Arlington. So this is an apples and oranges discussion. What you're looking at more are the situations with smaller markets, which is where the shell game happens. If you want to stop the shell game, it's not going to happen with removing cities. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yes, sir. Bicep power right there. Yeah.
You're killing us. Oh.
Bicep power.
Killing us.
And both homers was 2 outs too. Yeah,
Oh,
he hung
even
that
worse.
ball. Yeah, even worse for sure.
Man.
Oh. Yep, showing off his biceps rounding first. I love it. Uh-oh. Harold or Franco? Oh, no. I can't stand that when they do like a big rally and then the next guy first pitch just flies out or something. But, hey, I mean, I'll take the 3-run shot.
Jeez.
I will take it. Let's go.
Oh, man.
Give Eflin the cushion. I don't even need Brazier on.
At least Magic Man and the Green Bay Packers are a nonprofit organization. And if it's my opinion, all pro sports should be run that way. Because then you're not going to see these situations. Because, like, with the way the Packers are run, it's in the bylaws, essentially. They can't move.
Yeah.
They're in town, no matter what. And with it being fan and community owned.
Nick will appreciate this background.
Here he is playing with backgrounds.
No, I just was doing that for Nick.
Nice. I mean, with the Tampa Bay situation, especially with so much of the issue being traffic, being the capability to move people to games, this may be a ridiculous spitball, and you can tell me if it is, and I need to shut up. Just sit back and drink my coffee. But would it be better to have 2 open-air, 20,000-something seat stadiums, one in St. Petersburg, one in Tampa? You could draw more fans to each individual game if you got 41 in each.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. Do you mean for 2 different teams or just 2 different?
2 stadiums for one team, where you don't spend as much on each stadium, I mean, you figure out a way to have the cost be spread over the two locales, but it means that the commute for each individual community to those games is shorter. So you can draw more fans to each game from each area. You're going to keep the super fans coming to both who really want to go, but more of the casual fan from Tampa is going to be interested in going if the game's in Tampa, and more the casual fan in St. Pete is going to be interested for the games in St. Pete.
Yeah, that's a very interesting idea. I'm definitely. I mean, hey, they wanted the split city with Montreal. Might as well do the split city with Tampa. I mean, it's definitely an idea.
And also, I want to be clear that Harrison may work for the Rays, but these are his opinions, not the Rays. So
Yes.
just don't think that he is a spokesman for them in any way, shape, or form. I want to protect him. Oh man, you're getting your hopes up, and then we love when you get our hopes up. There you go.
I'm glad I put this thing on. I let me take it off, put it on because this is the home run hat.
Owen Miller. Owen Miller.
Mequon's own.
I'll have to ask if he got his frozen custard growing up at Wayne's Drive-In.
That was a line drive homer too.
Man, that did get out of here quick.
Oh, come on. Okay. All right.
What's going on?
Calm it down, Evelyn. Calm it down. Just a base hit, but you know.
There you go. All right.
Getting a little scared here. Come on.
How's Eflin been in recent starts?
I mean, probably averages about 2 to 3 runs a game, which isn't terrible. And with our offense, it's easy, doable wins, honestly. But he's been shaky at times.
So has Tyrone Taylor at the plate now, but go ahead.
Yes.
Oh.
What a throw.
And oh wow.
Got him.
I don't think he was out though. Yeah. Oh, they're not challenging it. Wow. What? Because it was a high throw. Let's see. Oh, what a play by Taylor. Yeah, he got him. Wow.
Let's see this here.
Wow.
Oh, that is close. Oh,
That's
yeah, I think he got him by like a frame.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, my gosh.
Tack.
Nope, that's it.
He got him by like one frame of the camera, by one.
And what a job by the umpire to, like, somehow see
there,
that, too. I mean, what a call.
I mean, it was a very good throw, but it was a ridiculous effort on the tack.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Ridiculous effort.
That's why we have Taylor as well.
Man.
We needed that. That's huge.
But to get to your point, Magic Man, I think what you need to see happen is the removal of league status in terms of monopoly exemptions. Like antitrust exemptions. You need those removed. Because, I mean, the fact is, if you've got 30 restaurants in a neighborhood, if I want to start the 31st restaurant in that neighborhood, I can do it. If I've got the money, I've got the business plan, and I'm following the right rules in terms of getting licensing and everything else, I can open up a cheese curd restaurant with this kid here in Philadelphia, and we can make a killing.
Yeah.
The other 30 restaurants in that neighborhood can't stop you. Doesn't work that way in baseball. Doesn't work that way in sports. It is the antitrust status that these leagues have. And that's the only way that you're going to change this. Jackson, how are you? Go follow Harrison Sawyer. Go check out all those social medias and YouTube accounts and subscribe to him. Definitely go check all that out today.
Jackson, just because you're a college football guy, I'm going to say Harrison is a Florida State fan.
That could be dangerous with some of our college football fan friends. We got some Georgia Tech fans in the group.
Oh, yeah, we do. But well, CJ is a Florida State fan, too.
Nice.
So, okay, 1, 2, and Grind. I thought it was going to be a strikeout because that's what Yelich is an expert at, but...
Yeah, Eflin was making him look silly. Those first 2 pitches. Oof.
Magic Man, what about cheese curds at a sports game? That sounds better.
Magic Man, have you ever had the cheese curds at Lambeau? Tell us.
I've never had the cheese curds at Lambeau. The cheese curds at Miller Park are eh.
I wasn't with you when you went to that Packers game at Lambeau. You did not get cheese curds when you went?
I was like 6.
You loved cheese curds back then.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh. I just remember on the way up there stopping at KFC because I have a picture of me with Colonel Sanders.
Magic Man, Harrison, when I used to cover Packers games at Lambeau, they had a cheese curd vat about the size of a coffee table of just fried cheese curds just for everyone in the press room.
Oh, wow.
Just for all the media. They were as good as I've ever eaten. They were just ridiculous. Do you have a Culver's where you are, Harrison?
I believe we might. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there's actually one about 10 minutes away.
Go get their fried cheese curds.
We'll have to check them out.
You're welcome. That's all I'll say is you're welcome. John Jansen asks, are you a Lightning fan?
Yes, I also work for them.
Oh, nice. That's right. That is awesome.
Yeah, I do security there.
Excellent.
And I'm actually wearing a Lightning shirt, too.
There you go. There you go. We should bring you up for a Lightning Flyers game. We'll be your bodyguard.
Yes.
I think Harrison, you'll need more than us.
Yeah.
It's pretty dangerous.
It's not that dangerous. It's especially if it's not a playoff game, if it's not a rival. They'll give you some crap, but they're not going to beat you up.
Oh no, like just like my friend's parents talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Just at like regular season games. Just they'll see people walk out of the section, and some Flyers fans will follow them, and then they never come back.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Like it's dangerous no matter what.
Dress like a neutral. Jackson asks, how's it feel to see the Rays ahead of the Yanks and the Red Sox?
Oh my gosh, I love it. I wonder, are the Yankees in last place again? Let me see. That was beautiful to see. No, the Blue Jays are. What?
Wow.
That's crazy. I mean, they're all within like 2 games of each other. One. Well, okay, Blue Jays and Red Sox are tied, and the Yankees are a game ahead of them. So, man, yeah, the division is just so tight. It's crazy.
Man, the difference is in the NL Central, the division is tight and everyone's not playing well.
Yeah.
Harrison, I'm guessing that during the like in the AL East, you're wanting to see the Rays and Blue Jays at the top of the division.
Yeah, I do work for the Blue Jays, so I kind of have a soft spot for them now. As long as they don't beat up on the Rays too much. But I'd definitely rather Rays, Blue Jays, O's, and then Red Sox and Yankees in last. Want the Yankees to be in the basement.
Nice.
Wow, with some heat there.
I can tell you that if you come up for Rays Phillies, it's probably a bit less antagonistic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
During the regular season, it's chill.
Yeah, come on up. Come on up. We got a guest bedroom for you.
Hey, I would love to make a trip up there. And do that.
Let us know. Let us know.
I
When
recommend.
I think I went through Philly in August.
Okay.
And Magic Man, if you're watching, by the way, speaking of cheese curds, go check out our video where we found some cheese curds here in Philadelphia that we would put up. I mean, they matched the best in Wisconsin. I'm not kidding you. We just released it on Tuesday. Go check that out.
I'll be back in a second. You're making me so hungry. I'm gonna grab a couple hot dogs.
All right.
I'll be back in a minute.
Excellent. Excellent. Meanwhile, Harrison, 4-1, 2 out, third inning.
Another homer?
I hope not, but I mean, Lauer settled down a little bit after those big flies earlier.
Almost hit his kneecap there.
Oh! Just saw a pitch that reached there.
2-1 now. All right.
I like this third inning pitch count a little bit.
Yeah. Lauer's only at 13 pitches now as he fouls one off instead of the 17 and the 21 that we were at earlier.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Getting through the inning a lot easier.
Wait. Was that a strike? Did he call that a strike?
We'll see.
Wait, I'm confused.
Yeah, that was Euchre outside.
Wait, that was a strike? No way.
Yeah, that's like Angel Hernandez bad.
What just happened? That was a ball outside. Or 2 baseballs outside.
Yeah, that was Angel Hernandez. Horrific.
If he strikes out here, man. Come on.
Magic Man,
or you could do that. Oh, no. Just foul. Uh-oh. Wait, what's happening? Oh. Willie of all people had the ball spotted. Wait.
Did it deflect off the roof?
I think so.
What are the ground rules?
Yeah, there's certain rings that. Oh, it might be a dead ball, actually. What is going on here?
Yeah. That's the only way you would have the left fielder focus on fielding the thing, and all of a sudden, Willie Adames better get it.
Like, he was freaking out there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a dead ball. Okay, good.
And it's like you have to prepare yourself that way, because as an infielder, because if you don't, you could get knocked in the head with one of those things.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, I've seen a ball go up there and not come back down. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happens.
Here's my question regarding a new stadium then, unless something just big happened.
Nah. Good play by Miller.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice diving.
Going on a show. He is carrying Milwaukee right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big play. Still should have been a walk.
Man. Now, we will dive into your stadium videos. We're talking a lot about stadiums, and I want to get your takes on what makes a great stadium, because you do so many great stadium videos. Just to get into the Tampa situation, is a dome required for a major league team in Tampa?
I would say yes, because the heat is terrible, and then you got the rain delays to add on to that. 1 second it'll be sunny, the next second it's just pouring down rain. So, I mean, games would be delayed like crazy, and it seems to really rain mostly at night, or at least lately. That's what we've seen.
Okay.
So, and that's about when the games start too. So, I would like a retractable roof though.
Okay. That may make my split stadium idea harder, because you're not going to get the public to pay for two roof stadiums.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
because the heat alone, with humidity, it'll be in the hundreds easily,
Per day
105
games.
to 110. So
I could see that.
Yeah.
As you're saying, kid.
Oh, little did I know, dinner was already being made and will be ready in about 10 minutes.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
I'm waiting on that.
Thank you, Anonymami. Jackson Johnson asking, are takes on the Brewers and Pirates fighting for first in the NL Central?
Pirates are frauds. We're winning. No, I like seeing them do well.
like in the beginning of the season, I'm like, okay, they actually look good, and the Rays destroyed them in that series. I think we swept them, and then after that, they just fell off. It seems so. All it took is the Rays to. Oh no! Oh, that's warning track power. Okay. Ooh. Ooh.
I think
Okay.
we just saw the one of the Rays in the Rays tank bite one of the Brewers broadcasters.
Wait, what?
Yeah, in a previous shot, like shot before the game.
Oh.
As we just saw some warning track power again.
Ah, Willie.
Yeah, you can see that right down there in the headline that I just put.
Yep. Nice. Excellent.
Let's go, Willie!
Come on, Willie.
Yeah, that first pitch was not a strike. I mean, I guess compared to the one called on the Rays, could be. Oh, that's a good piece of hitting. All right.
1-1 and
opposite field. Ooh, absolutely. We need it. Opposite field shot there.
We'll accept that. Willie, you have a hole in your pants.
Again, I was about to ask, does he have that? Harrison, I assume you saw that episode.
I'm not quite. Yandy and Willie hitting each other.
Nice.
Were they teammates? Yeah, they must have been. 2020, yeah, I believe. Yeah, Yandy was with us in 2020.
Tellez, sky high foul.
This is what we're referring to, what you now see in the chat. This was when we went to a Brewers-Orioles game last year in Baltimore. Love Camden Yards if you've never been there.
Best AL stadium we've been to.
I think I'd agree. I think I would agree. And Willie Adames had just a ridiculous last 3 innings of the game, all while having a hole in his pants. And this group of teenage Orioles fans are screaming their head off, like collectively, very well organized chanting, "Willie, you have a hole in your pants!"
Oh my gosh.
And then when he got hit, MVP, MVP. That's what the Orioles fans were chanting, and we sat right next to him, so we were all with it.
He was performing like a Hall of Famer with a hole in his pants.
And then when he came home, went into the dugout, he tipped his cap.
Those are the best kinds of hecklers, the fun ones, not
exactly.
the annoying ones.
They get it.
Let's go, BA. Former Marlin Brian Anderson. Now down 0-2.
Oh, by the way, yesterday when I was working outside, I actually helped. Who's the center fielder for the Brewers?
Tyrone Taylor.
Yep.
Tyrone Taylor. There was someone that came up to me asking for tech help. He had a ticket from one of the players, he said, and he said it was the center fielder for the Brewers that sent him the ticket. He apparently used to coach him. So,
oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think Tyrone is from Florida.
Just about a good chunk of Major League Baseball's rosters.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Something good's happening.
Oh.
Woo!
Man, what a game already.
That thing landed in Tallahassee.
It's gonna be
Yeah, it
bad.
sure did. That was very back of left field. Oh my gosh.
Bombs away.
Get up, get out of here. Gone for Ryan Anderson. And it's a 1-run game.
Yeah, that curveball hung. Yep. No doubter.
Man.
The catcher knew it instantly.
And there's
a head.
Yeah, last
row.
row.
They didn't get a large.
And
Yeah, the guy's got a Jay Sorgi like noggin. Except he has hair and I don't.
Oh, man.
Awesome.
What were you saying, Harrison?
He had the cheese hat that you have on. He has that on in the dugout.
That's the home run
It's a tradition.
celebration.
What's the race celebration?
We don't have one. I'm surprised by now. I expected we would, but
You got to fix that.
I know we need something. I know some fan gave one of the players a chain, and it was the Devil Rays logo. I thought that would be cool to make the home run chain. Turn that into a home run chain or just something. Maybe get a hat that's Ray.
So, speaking of hats with home run celebrations, did either of you see the Braves celebration? And
yeah, I briefly saw that.
So, the Braves had an oversized hat, but the MLB told them, nope, can't do it anymore because it was an impersonation of a New Era hat, not licensed by New Era.
Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah.
The cheesehead's okay because it's like a cheesehead.
That's the fun police.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But last year for the Brewers, it was the Phantom song. And that's cheesehead. I think they need to keep cheesehead.
The Rays could do like tributes to various people named Ray. You could do like something Ray Charles. Like get like the Ray Charles sunglasses and go back and forth.
Yeah.
All different Rays. All right, now we want to give our Sorgi squad a view of what you do with your channel when it comes to stadiums. We are regularly seeing stadium videos from you where you showcase great stadium designs by fans.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the best that you've seen with that? Like, what do you love about great stadiums?
Man, I mean, my viewers are so creative because in the vault there's a couple, I think close to like 50,000 pages full of stadiums, and it's so hard to find the really good ones. But one thing I love about the ones that my viewers show is I'll give tips and tricks on my opinions, and then I'll see that more and more from newer stadiums that are submitted. So they're also listening to my feedback, which I love to see.
Nice.
But I mean, with the game, if you don't have a lot of lighting, then the field will be really dark. So that's a huge thing that you definitely want, obviously, because if you're playing and it's dark, it's going to be. I feel like it would be easier to see the ball when you're batting, but if you're fielding, it's probably hard. And then custom bullpens are a big one that I love to see because in MLB The Show, the bullpens are on the field like at the Trop. So people are very, very creative, and I've been seeing it more often where they'll somehow make benches in the bullpen. They'll add signage in the bullpen, and they'll make it look really realistic. It's crazy to see the creativity from everyone.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, more realistic it looks, the better, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned lighting in stadiums and how important that is, especially at night. And I see in your videos how you turn the lights out just to check on that. Mm-hmm. The one stadium that I feel like doesn't do a fantastic job when it comes to outfield lighting, and part of it is simply because of the way the stadium is designed and what they have available to them without having to change the complete character of the stadium. Oh boy.
Yep.
So close.
So close to robbing that too.
Oh man.
It's looking like we have a NBA report from Mark Stein on the Bucks. There's a working assumption around the NBA that Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez will stay with the team this summer.
Nice.
And we also have, from a few days ago, I'm just seeing this, that former Lakers coach Frank Vogel will be interviewing for the position, or he did actually this week.
Okay.
So, Bucks fans, there's your little basketball tidbit.
Before we were so rudely interrupted by a Rays home run to make it 5-3, Harrison.
I'll be right back.
I was just mentioning the one stadium that I think has not the best lighting in baseball, Wrigley Field.
Really?
I think Miller Park's pretty good.
Okay.
Because you don't have any lights in the outfield area, and you really can't with the way the stadium's constructed.
Oh yeah, I'm just pulled up a picture. Yeah, I see that.
To me, it would be very hard to field a fly ball because of the way that it goes.
Yeah.
Limitless, thank you for popping in. Two of us disagree with your comments. Harrison loves it.
Ha ha ha! Yes, one of my Rays viewers. Let's go.
John
Is that
Jansen,
double?
Cardinals fan.
Let's go, Taylor. I will take that. Let's go.
Erg.
It's batting practice here in St. Pete today, man.
You notice, and that's for both teams, but especially the Rays.
Yeah.
Awful Lauer.
Yep.
Let's see. Jackson asks the question: do you think this is the year the Rays win the American League?
Absolutely. I mean, as long as they don't cool down, and we need to work on the bullpen. That's like our main problem. Obviously, offense is not a problem. I mean, yesterday we only did score one run, but it was a pitcher's duel. Sometimes that happens, even the best of teams. But as long as we work on that bullpen, keep on getting pieces from other teams and figure things out, even the starting rotation, if we can put something together with that, we're going to be gold. We're going to be just fine.
That is a squad. You have a definite squad. I'm not surprised by the results. I'm not happy about it, but I'm certainly not surprised by it. I mean,
yeah,
that level of talent and balance you have in Tampa Bay is ridiculous.
We do have good depth. I mean, Taj Bradley, I think he pitched, against the Mets in the last game. He wasn't bad at all. He was pretty solid, but our offense did nothing. So I don't know if he got the loss, but he's been pretty good. And I don't know who else we really have as far as like prospect pitchers. I don't think we have many more, but we are getting Tyler Glasnow back in the next 1 or 2 weeks. So it's only going to go up from here, honestly.
The kid has returned. He's just not on screen. There we go.
I food now.
He has one of his 3 food groups, which includes
No, I'm more than I eat a wide variety of food, but and I did not even ask for this. This was just made. I have pizza bread.
Let's go into the contest. This is a good matchup. This is a good matchup you're heading to. You working tomorrow?
I'm not. I play baseball on Sundays, so those are my official days off.
Excellent.
And I do take day games off as well, like Saturdays, because the traffic is a lot worse on the weekends. So much rather not deal with that.
I would be surprised the traffic is worse on the weekends.
Yeah, I mean it's mostly leaving. I don't know why, but every time I've left a weekend game, it's always really frustrating getting onto the interstate with everyone else leaving, and it's always a mess. So I'm just trying to avoid that the best I can.
Mhm. You mentioned, as we go back to the idea, which could be ridiculous, may not be ridiculous, of doing the 2 stadium thing, but having outdoor stadiums, and you talk about the heat. At what time of night does the temp really start to get to move downward in the Tampa Bay area? Run scores on a
getting
single
every
turn
run
double.
back that they just scored. Let's go. We love it.
Ah. Hey,
And Council
it's a great team. Brewers are playing a great team today. I can't knock them.
and Council heads out to take Lauer out of the game.
I don't think you really have a choice. But with this lineup, there are not many pitchers who would dominate like those pitchers did last night, both of them.
Mm-hmm. That was crazy.
But as you were saying about the temperature at night in the Tampa Bay area.
Some nights it's probably about 7 or 8 p.m. But sometimes, like last night, I think it was still in the 80s up until close to the game when I was leaving the game. And that was about 9 p.m. So
Okay.
And that's only going to get worse as the summer goes on. So.
True. Because the thing I would think would be, with the shorter games we're now seeing, where you're seeing games that are 15 minutes to a half hour shorter than they used to be, if you schedule night games in a stadium that is outdoors, it may not be as bad, like a 7:30, 8 o'clock start time. I could see that working, potentially.
Yeah. That definitely could work. I do know they moved the games from like 7:10 to 6:40 because that way people in school can stay the whole game instead of leaving because school the next day.
True.
But it's also hurting those that work because now they have to try and get to the game earlier when they had 30 minutes extra before. So kind of one of those situations you just can't win, really.
Yeah,
And
that's
make
where
everyone happy.
If you have 2 stadiums, you could have the outdoor stadium where you start later on at like 7:30 or 8 o'clock. If you have the other stadium, say you keep the Trop, and that's where you have the earlier start times for nights. I could see
That's
that
true.
working.
Yeah.
Jackson Johnson, not only amazed by the Rays having the best record in baseball, but that the Orioles have the second best, being a half game ahead of the Braves. That is ridiculous, but true.
Yeah. They're a good team. I mean, they beat up the Rays, too.
We saw them last year.
Many teams have been able to.
Yeah, John, we mentioned that earlier about this whole issue of splitting a season between Montreal and Tampa Bay. What? Yeah, not going to work.
Nope. I mean, just the fact that no player would want to play for a team like that, because then you have to get passports for your entire family. Then it's also, if you have kids, what's the school situation like for them?
Mm-hmm.
And then if let's say they're in school in like Florida, then in the summer when they're in Montreal, they won't be with their friends, and it's just, I mean, that alone is too much of a mess. No big player would want to go there. And then just the whole thing of, then they need 2 houses. I mean, 2 different currencies. How do you even have your paychecks in 2 currencies? How does that work? The taxes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just way too much. Maybe split it with another city like your idea, but 2 different countries is just crazy.
Yeah. It could work if you keep them in the same metro area, like one place in Tampa, the other in St. Pete, if you keep the cost down.
Yeah.
On stadium construction. Heck, if the Rays bought or made some sort of an arrangement with the Yankees with what's always been known as Steinbrenner Field
yeah.
and expand that.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, I've been
And
there a lot.
yeah,
That's actually a perfect location, just right across from Raymond James Stadium. So
yeah.
obviously people would go.
I mean, I think you could draw more people per game
Hmm.
using that game plan.
I'd guess the Yankees wouldn't want to sell it just because the fact that during spring training they have all of their fans already living in Tampa, so they get a good, probably sell out games, honestly. So
I mean, is there enough land in that area where the Rays could put another stadium up, even if it just seats 20,000 people?
maybe, but they would definitely have to tear down some buildings. Oh,
Oh boy!
thank you.
No, come on.
Appreciate the donation.
Uh,
Free base runner.
You're not welcome.
I don't think he would have done
first and
it
third
even
now
if
after
he
that
didn't mess
infield
up
run.
there, but
Man, Caratini.
he was running. Wow.
I saw. And seeing that replay. Yeah, he didn't have a play. He just did not have a play.
No.
And that's one of those lucky dribblers. Ridiculously lucky dribblers. First and third, one out. Tampa Bay up 6-3.
Wander up to bat too. He's been in a little bit of a slump though. I think I heard on the radio yesterday he's like 3 for 26 or something like that. Still a 282 average though, so.
Man, that first pitch he had in a wheelhouse spot.
Yeah.
He just took it.
Good eye. Yeah.
No Molina behind the plate.
Yeah. Harrison, I have a question for you. So can you just kind of walk us through your kind of day-to-day life as a employee and just kind of what you're doing? Tell people a little more about what you do at the ballpark.
So for the Rays, I'm a ticket tech. So
1, 2. Keep going.
So MLB has gone from obviously the paper tickets to now we have all of the tickets go through MLB Ballpark. A lot of people are buying tickets through third parties like StubHub and other places, but for the barcode to work, you have to have the MLB Ballpark app. Almost nobody knows that because for whatever reason, the third parties don't tell you that. So we're constantly having to help people download the app because for whatever reason, also people don't know how to download apps somehow. So that's a big part of it. And then sometimes their ticket won't show up, so we have to troubleshoot that. Usually it's because they purchased it under a different email address than what their MLB Ballpark app is under. So it's very basic troubleshooting for tickets, and usually we have a couple shifts where one is we stay until the end of the fourth inning. There's one where we stay until the middle of the eighth, and then one until the last out in the ninth inning.
John Jansen collects paper tickets. Not a fan of the mobile apps. I understand.
I'm the same way.
Yeah,
Trust me. I collected tickets growing up. I still have a box full, but that's like you can't collect. But I think they do it to help the environment, whatever.
We have one word that we have to yell out. Hodag! Happy Hodag, how you doing? One of our buds from northern Wisconsin joining us.
So, Harrison, how much time are you actually at the Trop?
So I get there usually. Let's see, I get there at 4:40. Games start at 6:40, so 2 hours before the game, and then usually about an hour or two, like either an hour into the game or the whole game. And as soon as the last out happens, I'm gone. So typically about 4 to 6 hours.
Okay.
That's for the Rays. For the Blue Jays and grounds crew, for those games they start at 6:30, and I usually get there at 2 p.m. Most others that work there get there at 7 a.m. So they're
Wow.
working 14 to 16 hours a day, which,
I believe it.
man, power to them because I could never do that. And because how far I live from Dunedin, it takes an hour and a half on a good day to get there. So that's why, luckily, my manager is nice enough and he tells me get here at 2 p.m. so you don't have to deal with the traffic, which is awesome for me. But yeah, usually there from 2 p.m. Game starts at 6:30, so um, we do a lot of preparing when I get there. Usually, by the time I get there, we're about to set up for BP. So we bring all the screens out onto the field, getting the turtle, which is a like circular thing that they use behind home plate for batting practice. That's We call that a turtle. I don't know if other teams do. We bring that and all the batting screens out, and then we kind of sit there, watch batting practice, and then after BP, bring it all. We take it all off the field, and then the other team takes the field for their fielding usually. And then after fielding, we have like 5 minutes, and we have to put it all back on. And then we wait for them to finish their BP, and this is all within like 2 to 3 hours. And then by 5 p.m., we have usually about an hour to an hour and a half to get the field game ready, which it's definitely stressful having that short of a time to get everything ready. But
Yes.
we definitely managed to get done. And then usually we just let's see. So before the top of the fourth inning starts, we drag the field, and then before the top of the seventh as well. So always, as the home team is taking the field, because they get the nice, smooth field instead of the away team. So they kind of have an advantage there in a way.
Down go the Brewers in the inning, but keep going.
Okay. And then after the game, we gotta basically prepare the bullpens to fix them the next day. We usually don't do them at night because we would be there a lot longer than we have to.
I bet.
So we kind of cut corners with that, cover it up in case it rains. And it's very basic stuff at night. Usually takes about an hour. Usually about 7 to 8 hour day there. But it's been a lot of fun, and I have been doing full videos working there as well. So
go check out his channel, Harrison Sawyer. Absolutely. Check it out. Subscribe to him. Subscribe to all his social media as well. And you talk about the process of keeping a stadium functioning. The one thing that I can relate to with that was when I did a story back for the Brewers radio flagship station, WTMJ in Milwaukee, about the process of making a Miller Park bratwurst. From fridge to your mouth, it takes 16 hours.
Oh, wow.
It's the whole process of getting everything moved around in the stadium into the proper coolers, the right amount of bratwurst to match where the fans are going to be sitting. It's a whole formula that they come up with. Then prepping all the grills, prepping all the condiment setups until the game is done. And you talk about it. It's a 16-hour day from when the first worker gets inside the stadium until an hour after their last pitch, if not later than that.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes,
you guys work hard.
Oh, yeah. And especially with, oh, wow, what a play by Willie.
Yeah. Oh, what a throw after that pinball action after when I was the third baseman. Man.
Miller and Willie showing off today.
Miller just saving the hit.
By
wow.
Too. That was something else.
That's a web gem.
That's the definition of teamwork.
Oh yeah, absolutely yes.
As he goes upstairs, take care of business.
Get my dessert.
I know you get your dessert. I bought you your dessert.
Yeah, you did. That's true.
Randy Rosarena coming up. But the hard work you guys put into the stadium, those are the people I was talking about earlier when it comes to the fact that there are so many employees inside a stadium and how much money they make. And granted, you're not getting anywhere. You're getting like a 1/100th of what the players are making.
Oh, yeah.
But the number of stadium employees makes up for that.
Yeah.
And if a team leaves town, you're losing all that tax base.
Mm-hmm.
You may be paying hundreds of millions to renovate a stadium, but you're going to be paying more in either lost services or your own income taxes if they bolt town. Even with how much you'd be paying in those taxes because of whatever stadium deal it is.
Yeah, and that's probably also why I know St. Pete, the mayor there, is really trying to keep the Rays there. I mean, we don't have state income tax, so I think that's a factor. But I'm sure the Rays make them still plenty of money, especially just parking and all that stuff.
Exactly. Now, there are hotels within a mile's walk of the Trop, right?
Yeah, there couple apartments and hotels are pretty close to, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because there was the slightest chance before my job was eliminated at KYW News Radio that we were going to come down for this series, a very slight chance. And I wanted, if we were going to do that, I wanted to get one of those hotels so we could be within walking distance. John Jansen has some thoughts about the Rosarena trade.
Oh, yeah. Libator. Yeah, I was talking with a coworker about him recently and how, I mean, he's been up to the MLB a couple times, been back down. He's been up and down, but he just hasn't had anything to show for it, really. And Randy's a superstar, so once again shows you do not trade with the Rays unless you want to get a bad player or declining player.
It appears a foul ball landed in one of the Rays broadcast booths.
Oh,
I don't know if the Tampa Bay broadcast showed it or not.
No,
because one of the booths had a net as we're about to go to the sixth inning. Brewers get out of it without damage. Still 6-3. But they showed video of someone in that booth with a net with a baseball in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know the radio guys, they do have a net in there just in case because I think they have sliding windows and they normally keep those open. So
I bet.
They'll use a net. That's funny.
To tell you how old I am and how much I don't pay attention and perhaps should, is Dwayne Stats still doing Rays games?
Yes. Dwayne Stats is around, yeah.
Man, he's been around forever. I remember watching him when I was really little doing Cubs games. because he was one of Harry Carey's sidekicks. He would do like the middle innings when Harry would do radio.
Oh, he's 70.
I believe it. Because Dwayne Stats did with Harry Carey the first night game at Wrigley.
Oh, wow.
I still remember that. And then he went on to the Yankees. He did games in the 90s on ESPN. He'd do games with Joe Morgan, like some of the weeknight games. And he's always been excellent.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. I love him.
I mean, I assume you grew up with him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, well, he's been with the Rays since '98, so since the beginning.
Wow.
So that's crazy.
Hey, if someone
him and Dave Wills grew up listening to both of them.
Yeah, if someone came up to you and was like, yeah, there's an expansion team in Major League Baseball going to Florida. We need a play-by-play guy. We'd love for you to have it. Sign me up.
Oh, man. Yeah. Absolutely.
Sign me up. Top 6 now. Yelich against Eflin, who's only what? Is that 62 pitches?
Yeah, he definitely could go 8 innings, I think, if he keeps it calm like this. No more homers, please.
And if he continues to get outs early in the count like he just did with that Yelich grounder, could go all day. All right. We've seen and discussed your stadium videos, which are so cool. Describe for us how you would design your dream stadium.
Ooh. Well, definitely a retractable roof.
Boom.
And I feel like stadiums, or at least Yankee Stadium and Trop, because those are the only two I've really been to. I feel like they need more for kids because probably by the second or third inning, they tend to get bored, at least the younger kids. So they need more to do for kids. Which one thing the Rays have is they have like a AI type of thing where you throw the baseball and it tells you like your speed and whatnot. Definitely activities like that are perfect and make it free as well. Because parents won't mind bringing their kids to the ballpark because they'll be like, okay, well, they'll have something to do when they get bored, and then it won't be as annoying bringing them to the ballpark, and they'll go a lot more. So definitely lots of stuff for the kids, retractable roof, and I can't really think of anything more, but yeah, stuff like that, really.
One thing the kid came up with one time for stadium ideas was the idea of something where, and maybe it's like $5, $5 additional, where for 2 innings, like you have like a plexiglass outfield wall for a portion of the wall, like say the right field wall, for example. And then between the stands and the actual outfield wall, you have a walkable area that's like a kid's area for a couple innings, but you better have your gloves ready. Where kids can catch home runs.
Yeah.
The kids and their parents can go down. You got mascots down there. You make it a kid-friendly area for a couple innings. You got to pay a few extra bucks, only like $5, so it's affordable. And it gives you a 2-inning pass to go down, and you'll spend maybe a half hour, 40 minutes down there or something like that. But it gives you just enough time to hang out, standing room, and Brewers wrap up their half of the 6th inning, goes to the bottom of the 6th. But I think that's where, I mean, you can get a lot of the kids involved.
Mm-hmm.
the state. Tell me, Anthony, what you thought of some of the places we've been to when it comes to kids' amenities and things like that. The one stadium I loved for that when he was younger was Detroit. Because when he was 5 years old, I mean, we got into the stadium like first thing, like 90 minutes before first pitch.
Yeah.
And Detroit had this, Cincinnati had this, Philadelphia has this somewhat,
Chicago.
White Sox as well, where you have like your regular concourse. On one side is where the field is, and the field view and the real stadium bowl, if you will. But on the other side, you got your kids' activities, where the footprint of the stadium goes farther than the regular walls, and you have like this kid zone where they can just get their energy out and have fun.
Yeah. Actually, that like kid zone prop in MLB The Show, Harrison, I think that's based off of Guaranteed Rate Field, and the little kids like Field One is based off of Cincinnati or Philly. I don't know which one, but yeah, I'd say Brewers have a pretty good one.
They have things within the walls
Yeah.
of Miller Park, but there's enough space where you could very easily do it. And I think they constructed that stadium in particular to make sure that they had kid space along the right field line.
Yeah. And I'd say Guaranteed Rate Field has it, I think, over the others because of the fact that theirs is a 2-level one.
Yep.
If I remember correctly. Also, you did not buy my ice cream completely. I had a chocolate syrup in there.
Oh, okay. Well, I bought your ice cream, but I didn't buy your full dessert. So that's the difference. Petco Park at the beach. I can't wait to get to Petco.
Yeah, Petco had that like kids area that had netting, but then they got rid of it.
Here's an interesting idea that Yogi brings up. Having the Savannah Bananas come in. They will sell out major league stadiums, but they won't have the local team playing. You are not going to risk injuring that guy that you have given a $250 million guaranteed salary to for an exhibition game against the Savannah Bananas. If they want to bring the baseball version of the Washington Generals or like an old timers, like Tampa Bay Rays or Milwaukee Brewers alumni, have at it.
Yeah, I think that would be good if they did the Bananas against the 1982 Brewers.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Bananas would destroy them, but how would they do against like the 08 Rays?
Oof. That team was nasty.
Yes.
I'd like to see the 2011 Brewers.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Oh,
Tony Plush, Nigel Morgan would have a ball in that kind of setting.
Oh yeah.
Savannah Bananas versus AAA teams. Thoughts, Harrison? What do you think?
I think it's the same thing where those are prospects. You got to protect them. But in the stadiums, yeah, they could do well without the actual AAA team itself.
Now I'm picturing Bob Uecker calling a Savannah Bananas game. That is audio gold. Not a double play. Safe at first.
Yeah, Taylor's too quick.
That's right, Yogi. They are going to the home. The Bananas are going to the home of the Milwaukee Milkmen, independent baseball.
Also home.
I would definitely love to catch the Bananas sometime in Florida. That would be so cool.
Yes.
I've seen that their home stadium is like completely sold out basically for like the rest of the season. Yeah, so definitely be hard to go there and catch a game. And I've seen over time a lot more people just walking around with Savannah Banana jerseys too. So
That
definitely hang
entertainment is
out there.
ridiculous fun.
I wanted a bananas hat. I thought that would just be cool. Like it's
Yeah.
just something because like you can wear that anywhere. It's not like a
Mhm.
and it's not a you have to like it's just in general everyone loves it unless you're a party animals fan. And if you are, I don't know who's a party animals fan.
But we have to have an exhibition game between the Savannah Bananas and the Cal Santa Cruz Banana Slugs.
I agree.
That has to happen. Do you follow, Harrison, the channel Tampa J?
I do. Yes, I've actually met him.
Nice.
Actually, he's at the Trop a lot.
I want to say he's a season ticket holder, but at least probably has a partial package.
Yeah, and have you've probably seen Cowbell Max in his videos?
Okay.
Yeah, he sits in right field with Cowbell, and he'll just bang it the whole game. I'm pretty sure he's a season ticket holder. He's really cool. I've met him in person too.
Have you met Adam Lewis?
I don't know. No, I have not, but I saw him in Tampa J on opening day. I was in line for autographs, so I didn't want to go over to say hi. I wanted to get the autograph instead, and I got Brett Phillips to sign. So definitely,
Nice.
as much as I like them, Brett Phillips, come on.
Oh, Brett Phillips is the dude.
Yeah.
Former Brewer. Do I have his autograph?
You might.
I might. I'm gonna.
He might. By the way, if you can't tell, go ahead.
I feel like Brett Phillips is the type of guy that would do great for the Savannah Bananas. He's got that personality for them, for sure.
Oh, perfect. Him, Tim Dillard. If you're familiar with Tim Dillard and some of his hijinks.
No.
Oh. After we're done, I'm going to assign you this for 2 minutes after we're done with this game, Harrison. Former Brewer and current Brewers studio analyst, Tim Dillard. Sometimes he comes out of the zoo and goes on color commentary assignments. He did a video on ESPN where he impersonated Tim Kirkjian with Kirkjian right there with Nyjer Morgan. It is one of the funniest baseball videos I've ever seen. And he killed it. He absolutely killed it. The best part was when he was impersonating Tim Kirkjian, impersonating Nyjer Morgan. Everyone, when we're done with this live stream, wait until we're done with it, but go watch that. It's insane.
Ooh. Siri trying for a homer there. My gosh.
That was a cut. That'll increase the air conditioning in the stadium. Can you answer Yogi's question, Harrison, about there being a potential renovation of Tropicana? Because we've talked about the idea of the possibility of the new stadium a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I've seen the most, like, as far as, like, articles locally. They've been mostly talking about just I think building on the same site as the Trop and just redoing the area, having more apartments, more restaurants, and just making it more of a place that people would want to go before and after games, which I think it could work. And the bridge going from Tampa to St. Pete. That's being redone, so that might help with traffic, honestly. So that could also definitely help. I think it's supposed to be done by 2027, and I'm pretty sure the Trop lease is done in 2027, so there should be a new stadium by then. So I think about the same time that bridge will be done, we should have a new stadium, whether it's there or Tampa. Oof. Siri is not happy.
Oh, that was some high cheese to end that inning.
Yeah, that's tough. That was definitely tough.
High
So,
cheese.
Is it true? Because I think I heard this a couple years ago. Is there still only like one convenient way to get from the Trop to Tampa?
Yeah, it's called the Howard Franklin Bridge. Yeah, that's the only bridge. I'm pretty sure that's the only bridge that goes from Tampa to St. Pete.
And then
Which
yeah,
it does get backed up sometimes because rush hour traffic, and if there's a car accident on the bridge, it's a nightmare because it's such a small, narrow. I think it's like 4 lanes, so usually if one or two of them are blocked, it's a pain to get through. So,
and then getting out of the Trop is like, how many exits are there for parking?
there's a okay amount, but
Okay.
it's definitely a pain because pretty much everyone there is trying to get onto the interstate. So it's a huge line of people, a couple thousand people trying to get to the interstate. And there are a couple different ways to the interstate. You can take a longer way to avoid the traffic. But for the most part, everyone tries and takes like one way, and it's like down the street from the Trop. So it does get pretty backed up after games for sure.
Yeah.
What type of public transportation is available there for games?
Not really anything. That's definitely a huge problem for sure. There are like a couple trams and buses, I think, but nothing like set stone. Like Tampa for the Lightning, they at least have an actual like tram rail going throughout Tampa, so you could easily stay at a hotel and take that to Amalie Arena. But for the Trop, I mean, just Uber. Basically, that's
Man,
pretty much your only option, really.
is that the Tico streetcar? Is that what it's called?
I'm not quite sure, but possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, in Milwaukee, there's not really public transportation.
Yeah, there used to be.
Really?
They stopped the Wisconsin Avenue shuttle for games,
Oh, okay. Hold on.
which I find ridiculous, but that's just me.
Yeah, I definitely feel like if they redo the whole site in St. Pete, they need to add public transportation. Even if it's something somehow from Tampa to St. Pete, where it's. I wish there was a way to build a train or something from Tampa to St. Pete, but since there's the water in the way, that's probably not exactly easy to do.
The only way you could do it, as I'm looking at maps, we're in the top of the 7th inning. Milwaukee is 1 out, down 6-3.
Philly score up next, so I put the bank in the background.
As I'm looking at a map right now, because the challenge is you not only have just the interstate in US 92 to be able to get there.
92, yeah.
I mean, you would need, I guess what I would, if I'm like an urban planner, I'm thinking, it's Warner Trap Power again. I'm thinking, like you see in the Ben Franklin Bridge here in Philadelphia, you actually have either on or just below the road, but still above ground. That's where you put your trains that run between the two cities.
They do that.
I mean, yeah, there's there's a train under the Ben Franklin Bridge, but it's still above ground.
Yeah, because the Ben Franklin Bridge, you can train it, walk it, or drive it.
But even then, there's so much distance between the bridge and the stadium because you've got to go through a whole bunch of St. Pete. If I saw that correctly.
Yeah, for the most part, I think after you get off the Howard Franklin, it's another 15 to 20 minutes usually to get to the Trop because the Trop is down lower St. Pete.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of pull up Google Maps here and see if I can kind of get a visual.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I'm gonna see if I can share my screen so we can get a visual.
But it's that geography that makes me think of the idea of having two separate stadiums. Like you either renovate or do something somewhat inexpensively with the Trop in terms of building something new. And then you have a less expensive open air stadium in Tampa. And they split it 41 games each or 40 and 41. That way you can draw different fan bases. You'll have the super fans that'll go to both, but then you'll have the St. Petersburg fans really focused on going to the games in St. Pete and the fans in Tampa being able to go in Tampa. Thus,
what a game by Eflin.
Yeah, just 7. Just 4 hits.
And let's see how many pitches.
Do we make Harrison Singh take me out to the ball game?
I don't know.
I think he's at a little over 70 pitches.
Just as we think of the idea of having Harrison Singh take me out to the ball game, he disappears from the screen.
Oh.
He's back now. You're back now.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
But yeah, we'll refrain from destroying your ears with our voices. Though I will ask, as you're trying to get the map up, kid, I will ask, do they do like a secondary song in Tampa after Take Me Out to the Ball Game?
I know for the Blue Jays, they have a song before Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And then they have Take Me Out to the Ball Game. But for the Rays, no, it's just Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Because we are all about roll out the barrel with the Brewers.
So you can see here, that's downtown Tampa, and that is Tropicana Field.
Yeah, you can see just right now, which is it's almost 6 p.m. on a Saturday, it's 30 minutes apart. Which,
yeah.
I mean, that's really not the worst. I drive an hour and 15 minutes, so come on, people. Get to the Trop. You got a lot less time than I do.
Man, that's a commute.
65 miles a day. Well, that's 65 miles there, 65 miles back. So, yeah.
What is gasoline costing you?
I'm spending about $600 a month in gas.
Isn't that like what you make at the games?
It's about close to half what I make, yeah. And then we also got paid tolls as well.
Oh my gosh!
But I'm dedicated.
And what are you drawing? What are you drawing in St. Pete per game? What do the Rays draw on average?
Well, last night was close to 19,000, I believe. But yeah, I mean, this year that's been the average. Last year, I think it was about 10 to 12K. So.
You still using the screen, kid?
I'm flipping it right now.
Okay. Sweet.
Well, I was just going to show kind of the difference. So we're looking at 30 minutes there. But
okay, go ahead and do your thing.
In Milwaukee, as you should be able to see once I change, hold on. That's not what I wanted to do. There. Or
you see my big head.
hold on. It's glitching. Okay, there we go. That is a 6-minute drive from downtown Milwaukee
What?
American Family Field.
Oh, that's crazy.
And it's a quick drive on 94, Highway 175, and then you're at Brewers Way. And I mean, it's pretty easy to get out, too, because if I can pull this up, you have parking here, and then you have one exit, two exit, and then you have another exit here with more parking in this area, parking here, parking here. So you have options on how you're going to get out. And then for people going south, you have Miller Parkway, the Stadium Freeway going north at 95 east or west. So it's pretty easy for people to get out.
Diaz gets a hit. Raley comes in for him as a pinch runner. John Jansen with a very good point about how Busch Stadium is in downtown St. Louis. I love that about that place.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. So that was your daily geography lesson with Anthony.
You've learned so much about geography because of our baseball trip, kid.
Yeah, well, Milwaukee is kind of easy because of how
True.
many times I've been there. I can talk in my sleep about how to get from anywhere to Miller Park.
Like, how many Rays games would you estimate you've been to in your life, Harrison?
Ooh. I mean, in the last 2 years, at least, I'd say 50 plus in the last 2 seasons. Before that, I was going to about 1 or 2 a year, and that's because I wasn't driving at the time. So what I would do, because let's see, I went to my first game in 2010, and it was a playoff game, and then after that, I started to actually enjoy baseball. So what I did is, because my dad would always be like, it's way too much, costs way too much to get there, take time off work. So what I started doing is I said, okay, I'll get the money myself so we can go. So I started washing cars in my neighborhood.
Nice.
So I paid for gas, parking, the tickets, and even food. So I was able to get to a couple more games a year from doing that. But overall, I'd say at least probably close to 100 game lifetime in the last
runners on first and second, no out in the seventh.
Yeah,
12-ish years, 13 years.
Man, that's awesome.
At 100, I'd say for me at Miller Park.
Easily.
Plus the how many games? 20 or so. Outside of Miller Park and 15 other stadiums.
Yep. John Jansen describing how St. Louis has built a very good stadium integration with downtown and how well they've been able to integrate the stadiums into the construction of the area. It makes it easy to get in, makes it easy to get out, and also to enjoy yourself in downtown.
Yeah.
They do a great job in St. Louis.
Yeah, what's the Trop? It's down the street from the Rowdies Stadium, actually. So
nice.
I don't know as far as walking distance, but I think they're about 5 or 10 minute drive distance. So
I'll ask this question because I just looked up the number. I don't think you had the chance to answer, or I may have just missed it. But 17,400 something a game this year so far for the Rays in terms of attendance. Do you think they draw more if they had the split setup?
I would guess probably, because I mean, people complain about the location. So if you give them what they want, hopefully it actually works out. But also, I mean, the stadium itself is pretty old, and I mean, in my opinion, since I've only been there in Yankee Stadium, I like it. I like it more than Yankee Stadium, because Yankee Stadium, I feel like they definitely don't have much there as far as like what you can do. There's definitely like almost no kid activities at all. It's more. I mean, what I've noticed with Yankee fans, they when I went to the game, they would not get up for concessions. Like during the innings, there were no lines for concessions at all. And then once the third out happens for the inning, I mean, everyone goes and gets concessions. So they wait until in between innings. So they're more focused on the game itself. So Yankee Stadium is beautiful ballpark, lots of history, but compared to the Trop at least has stuff to do.
I'll be right back. I'm going to put this in your hands.
All right.
Oh.
Okay. So let's do this very quickly.
You guys warming up in the bullpen right now.
Who do we have warming up? I don't know.
O'Shea.
Here I will.
Good job. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Oh.
Pitcher isn't happy with the call, but that was definitely a ball.
Yeah.
I don't know what he saw.
I will be back in 10 seconds. I'm going to switch over to my dad's thing.
And looks like we got pitching change. Probably
okay.
Call here.
And I'm now with the fancy mic.
Oh, FSU shirt in the stands. Let's go.
So Chris Hook talking with the Brewers pitcher. I think that's let's see. Oh, Jake Cousins.
Oh, I thought it was pitching change. Okay.
So, and yeah, so 1 out, bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th.
Paredes, power bat.
Yep.
Rank number 8 in the AL with RBI since April 26th. Yet Paredes has 17 since then.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So, 0-0 count to Brace. And it is
we got
now.
Bethencourt and Walls due up.
Okay. So, let's see. Looks like the Rays are going to win. Obviously, you never know what can happen in these last 2.5.
Yeah. We did blow, I believe it was a 6-0 or 6-run lead in Chicago against the White Sox.
Yeah. 1-1 now to Paredes.
Bullpen got destroyed there. Imploded.
It happens. The Brewers lost 18-1 on Monday.
Oh, wow.
To the Cardinals. 2-1 now. But, yeah, John's probably happy about that as he is a big Cardinals fan.
Oh, man. He was trying for a grand slam there.
Yeah. So, 2-2. Big out here.
Yeah, this is single really pushes out of reach for the Brewers possibly. But
yeah.
An out here saves your butt. Oh, good stop by the catcher. That saved the run.
Caratini, a great defensive catcher. Hi. Fancy Mike.
Oh, jeez.
I like your fancy Mike. That's why. Our fancy Mike.
He just likes playing with play toys.
No, I like using the fancy Mike.
He just likes
3-2. This is a huge pitch. Ball 4, bases loaded, walk. We will take it. We love free stuff.
Dang it.
Then we got Bethencourt up. I don't think Eflin is coming back out for the 8th inning. He's at, I think I just saw 85 pitches, so likely.
Yeah, they're getting another reliever out too. Looks like.
Yeah, we have Brian Thompson and Colin Poche warming. So
last year and this year's Jake Cousins, not 2021 Jake Cousins.
No.
By any means. I think he had an under 1 ERA in 2021.
Not by any stretch of the imagination.
That almost hit him.
Oh, come on, we don't need this. Come on, we don't need this.
Lean into it. Lean into it. Take one for the team.
Don't go like the Mets. Don't go like the Mets.
I have been playing with the ball with my friends. I've been accused of leaning into pitches before.
Man.
Oh man, 2-1 count. If he didn't swing at the first pitch, it would be 3-0. Oh boy. Walls did get a grand slam, I believe, against the Mets or the Yankees. I know he had one in New York.
What is
so
this?
he's
Why
on
is
deck.
like we have McGill warming up? Okay. We need someone to get us out of this jam.
2-2 count. This is a massive pitch.
Yep.
You give up another run, and it's really looking bad.
All right, let's go, Cousins. Come on. Who's that?
Oh, come on. That's ball 4.
Yeah, he swung at one that he should not have.
Yeah.
The last two. I mean, the one before that was in. So. All right, come on, protect me. Oh, come on, stop! Stop swinging at garbage.
He's fighting pitches off that he thinks are strikes.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually, because he's throwing in and away, eventually he's going to make a mistake and put it right down the middle.
Please don't. No, but
ideally.
But it's like, is he swinging at this stuff because there was such a wide strike zone earlier?
I don't know. That was gross at that. What is he doing there?
He swung.
I mean, that's a good pitch.
Yeah.
But still, what
it ain't accurate,
doing, man?
It's a good strikeout pitch, but it certainly ain't a strike.
Maybe I need to take the race hat off. Come on,
any out here worse. Almost.
Bases clearing double here.
0-1 now to Wolves, who is 1 for 2 with a walk, a double, and 2 runs, 274 average, 7 homers, 920 OPS, and 18 RBIs this year.
333 average was bases loaded and 12 at bats with the grand slam. So pretty clutch.
Who's warming up for the Rays?
What was that?
Thompson?
Yeah, Thompson.
Oh yeah, Ryan Thompson. Yeah. I think last outing he gave up a couple runs.
A little bit of a Brad Paisley doppelganger, by the way.
Okay, 1-1 now to Wolves.
What's with our hitters and swinging at pitches 2 baseballs outside?
I think part of it was how the ump was calling the game earlier. I think that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. He was calling those strikes. Yeah.
John, why are you suggesting this? Please, no.
Yeah, let's see an 18-run game here.
1-2 now.
That happens. Leave Cousins in. You're not going to win this game, but you might save your bullpen and win Sunday.
Yeah.
That's
there
true.
you go. Salvage the series tomorrow.
Salvage a game.
Yeah.
This is a very sweepable series for the Rays. But then again, any home series is sweepable for the Rays.
Mm-hmm.
They're that good.
Yeah, only
3-2.
3 losses at home, and I think 2 of those were against the Astros.
Goodness.
So I don't remember the other one was against the Yankees. So yeah, both 2 really good teams that we lost to.
John,
Almost hit him. And another bases loaded walk. We would keep eating these free runs up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 2 outs as well. That's a theme today. 2-out rallies.
And Craig Counsell is taking Cousins out of the game.
Took him long enough.
Yeah. Please.
So now it'll be McGill, I think, coming in for the Brewers. Based on who's warming up. A 4-star quarterback, Michael Van Buren is committing to Oregon. So that's news for any college football fans in here. Here comes McGill.
And we're 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position. That's got to be higher now.
As they're doing the check, as they usually do.
And our MLB TV is glitching out.
So let me fix that here. 1 sec.
So as we are here at the break, make sure to check out our friend Harrison Sawyer.
Yes.
All of his links right there. Harrison Sawyer and Harrison Sawyer 2 on YouTube. And then at Harrison SAWY3R on Twitter. And Harrison Sawyer with 2 R's on Twitch as well.
All right, we're fixing the feed here, so we should be good to go with that. All right, I'm seeing, and I'm just doing some math here while we're talking. The fan cost index for a Tampa Bay Rays game, combining all the aspects of going to a game according to last year's costs. Is that correct? $192 a game?
What?
That doesn't sound right.
No. Because I was getting tickets for about $20.
But we're talking like everything. Oh, that's a family of 4 to a ball game.
Oh,
That's
okay.
different.
Yeah.
That's
For
different.
one person, definitely under $100.
Cody, which
Although
one?
I'm the type that I don't get food or drinks when I go. I just go and enjoy.
Which nice background. I don't think it's the one right in the middle. It's on one of these sides. Tropicana, great name for his Florida stadium. Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? Tropicana Field does not have orange juice sold.
Wow.
That's strange.
Yeah, I know. A viewer of mine, when he went to a game, he hunted it down, looked all over the stadium, and could not find it anywhere. That was pretty bizarre, being sponsored by them, or I assume probably partnered or sponsored or something.
What brand, like what Tropicana branded things are there? Lemonade? Fruit punch?
Oh yeah, I think there is No, we have Minute Maid lemonade there. I'm pretty sure. And
that is strange.
As much, I don't. I'm not like I don't like drinking Minute Maid lemonade because I don't want to give the Astros any extra money. But it's still lemonade.
I drink the Publix brand. That's a grocery store here in Florida.
Yeah.
Or East store, I believe. I think there's some in Georgia, but I think it's mostly Florida store.
Trying to remember if they had any in North Carolina when we were there last year. I don't think so, but
I don't know. I think it's mostly Florida and maybe some Georgia.
Here, I'm looking
and their headquarters is based in Lakeland, Florida. So,
as I am pulling up a map of their locations. You're a map.
Margot hitting 417 was the bases loaded in his career. So,
let's see. Well, even if you, Happy Hodak, you mentioned they do have Publix in Georgia. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Now, say you could get 5,000 more fans per game if you do the split thing. And I'm not sure I should be talking about this because we have bases loaded and 2 out. But
let's go. I thought that was fair.
Looked like it fouled off his foot or something like that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to this during the break.
Everyone on base can run, so a single Never mind that idea.
All right.
Brewers get out of
Margo.
what could have been much, much worse.
We'll take the 2 runs.
I was going to
Take
say,
that.
you don't have much to complain about.
Yeah.
8
3
to
runs.
3.
And it looks like Eflin
Yeah.
might stay in. According to MLB TV, it's still showing he's pitching. He might only pitch to Owen Miller though.
Here comes your question.
Okay.
If you build an outdoor stadium in Tampa, where maybe the cost is, since you're not doing as much, $500 million. Keep simple. Not spending $1 billion on a stadium. But it makes it much easier for the fans to go. If you could draw 5,000 more game, I mean, I think you're probably going to get maybe $60 per person, combining concessions, ticket costs, parking.
Yeah.
So you multiply 5,000 times 60 times 81. You're making $24 million a year more.
Well, yeah, that'll pay for itself pretty quickly.
Over the life of a stadium that's $720 million.
Yeah, pays for itself, and then also the sponsors for that stadium.
Yep.
Publix has 1,341 locations according to Wikipedia as of February 3rd, 2023.
Wow.
In Florida, 854, Georgia, 204, Bama, 88, South Carolina, 68, Tennessee, 55, North Carolina, 53, Virginia, 19.
Oh.
Useless information that you can only get on Soji Story. I'm giving you crap, kid. It's all good.
I know.
It's all good.
Oof.
Heck of a start by
6-4
after he's taken out.
I'm scared now that we're into the bullpen. I mean,
6.43 ERA for Thompson.
Do you really think they're going to give up 5 runs when they have 6 outs to get?
yeah, we'll probably put Fairbanks or Adams in the 9th. So
I wouldn't be too worried if I were sitting in your spot.
yeah. Again, we did blow that game against. The Yankees. We blew a 6-0 lead. We also blew a huge game in Chicago against the White Sox last away series. Okay. All right. 5 more. All right.
Like I was saying, I wouldn't be too worried.
Yeah.
No, but just imagine like an outdoor stadium, right in the, if there's like space near downtown Tampa. I mean, that's perfect for your Friday night, your Saturday night games. Start them a little later. Maybe even get your Thursday night games there. And if there's a situation where 24 hours in advance you're going to have rain, you can always move the game to the Trop if you have to.
Yep. Absolutely.
So you
Yeah,
get
for
the game.
hurricanes. Well, I guess they really wouldn't play during hurricanes, but depending on how bad they are. And there's should that be a triple?
Well, we'll take that.
Okay.
Let's go, Bryce.
Bryce getting the wheels on. A double. I mean, you have to have Ricky Henderson, Vince Coleman type of wheels to hit opposite field into that left field corner with it being such a short corner and get the third for a triple. But
it must be so frustrating hitting off that wall, because if it just rolls there and stays, that's definitely a triple.
That's true.
Really pushing it.
That's true. I also wouldn't be worried because Tyrone Taylor is not exactly Ricky Henderson when it comes to batting average either.
All right, let's go, Tyrone.
Oh, yeah, 173. Okay. 3 RBIs. Oof. Is he newer?
He was hurt to start the year.
Oh, okay.
He was activated a couple weeks ago.
Sadly, John, you're probably right.
Nice. Thank you. 3 out. 3 out.
Ugh.
Almost messed it up, too.
G-
Though kind of productive. Runner on third now.
Thompson wearing number 81. What's your feeling on baseball players wearing numbers in the 60s through the 90s?
It's weird. I mean, I know the Yankees have a lot of players that do because they're running out of numbers because of all the retired greats.
They have no single-digit numbers left.
Yeah. So besides the Yankees, it is a little bit weird seeing that. But I mean, it's whatever. I think there might be a Ray that wears number 99, I think. I know Taylor Walls, he wears number 0, I believe, which is interesting. Of all numbers, why choose 0?
Because you can.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird
there's
seeing
some meaning behind that.
baseball players wearing linebacker numbers.
Yeah.
Yelich down 0-1 on the count with 2 outs. Man on third. Way outside.
Yeah.
That's not just a bit outside.
Oh, that's strike, please.
Angel Hernandez wouldn't call that a strike.
No, I think he would.
Oh, man, we're cruel. We are cruel, just as cruel as his calls have been.
Foul of Austin, now it's 1-2.
Interesting question from John Jansen here. What do you think? Retire Evan Longoria's number?
I think so. I also think we should sign him at least next year, whether it's the full season or just a 3-day contract or whatever. Have him retire as a Ray. I know when he left, he kind of ripped on the fans, said our attendance was terrible and stuff, but I think he still has some kind of care for Tampa, especially because in the off season he was at a Lightning game and he was at some bars locally. I do know he owns a restaurant here, but still, him still coming down to Tampa, it's still his second home, so I'm sure it might be something he does. I would love that.
John Jansen saying how game 162, two of his favorite teams winning in 2011 that night.
That was crazy. I was watching that when it was 7-0. I just went to sleep. I'm like, man, this is over. But I regret going to sleep that night. I wish I saw that. But the next morning, my dad told me that they won. I'm like, no way. I remember watching the highlights on ESPN. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
That was a game to remember.
If the Cards don't win that game, it's possible the Brewers win that World Series. Because the Cards don't even make the playoffs if they lose, if I remember correctly.
Nice. Thank you, Yelich. Uh-oh. Oh, no! What happened? We had, like, the entire infield there. Oh, my gosh, guys.
But is it a dead ball?
Guys. Yeah, ooh.
That's a dead ball situation.
Enough, it could be.
Nope.
Oh, my gosh.
That's a run.
He could have been on second if he was running hard. Just saying. Gotta hustle. Come on, Yelich.
You lollygag.
And even Ryan Thompson.
No, he would not have gotten a second.
Nobody knew where that was. Oh, my gosh. That's just...
He would not have gotten a second.
All right, let's go. Brewers.
Whoa, what's happening here?
Oh, boy. What we got going? Jesse Winker and the umpire.
Throw him out.
What are we discussing here? Winker's being vociferous but respectful. Craig Counsell also being respectful here.
Oh, I think they're talking.
Do we have a violation of some sort?
Well, the count's 0-1, so I'm guessing they called it a hitter's violation.
This is where it's getting overboard sometimes.
Let's see.
Yeah, they're talking about the play. I think he might have hit a ring or something.
Yeah, he got in right at about the 8-second mark.
Oh, okay. It was about the violation because Thompson wasn't ready. Oh, but he called it on Winker, but Thompson wasn't even on the mound.
Right. That's where there's this issue.
Okay, they called it back though. Oh no, they didn't. Okay,
it's still on Winker.
That's just terrible.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
I don't blame you, but Council's got a case. Winker's got a case.
Yeah, these pitch clock rules suck.
Agree, Jackson.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Agree that will not be
just like that.
Not top 10.
Just like that, it's 0-2. The pitch clock can change things like this.
Yeah. I mean, now it's 0-2 instead of 0-1.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We'll get your feelings on overall on the issue at the end of the inning. From the high cheese, good eye.
Go, Jess. Come on.
Whoa! What? Oh, he called a timeout there. Yeah, I mean, good decision.
No idea, John. We're not watching on MLB Network, so I wouldn't know. I showed the comment a second ago.
Things happen because you're not reacting, Harrison. So just more outside pitches that Angel Hernandez is not calling strikes.
Now Poche's warming. I mean, Poche is one of our better bullpen guys, but what are you? Out, no, out into that. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh goodness.
Run around
Why
second.
Are we playing sloppy baseball now? What is going on here?
Winker can cut the lead to 3 with a single.
Yeah, as I said, our bullpen is a little scary at times.
In other words, it's a bullpen. I think I've come to that realization. There are a few great bullpens who are just lights out.
All fans complain about their team's bullpen. Every single one.
Are they seeing something about sticky stuff? Oh no, Ryan's trying to find a good baseball. Okay. Didn't like any of those.
I was like, here's what we got. Got to choose one.
I when I was working at the complex during spring training, I walked by an employee for the Blue Jays, and he was sitting there with mud, rolling the baseballs in it. And I asked him how many he does a day, and he said a couple thousand a day.
I believe it.
Oh my gosh!
I believe it.
I can't imagine having that job. I mean, your hands got to get sore, but
yeah, I'm now thinking to the spring training game where JT Real Muto got the ball from the umpire and he got ejected for no reason.
I was ball boy that game.
Wow.
I saw that. Yeah. I was real close to the action, and then as he was walking off the field, let's go. Good eye, Winker. Good eye. Oh, see you later, Winker. Bye-bye.
Oh.
I don't know what you're arguing for. That was down the middle, man. That was down the middle, almost.
They're having a calm discussion, even though we threw him out. They're having a calm discussion.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have tossed him. He wasn't pulling an Earl Weaver. He wasn't pulling a Kyle Schwarber.
No, not at all. He seemed like he was being respectful.
Yeah. Man. All right, let's get your thoughts. Pitch clock. Like it or don't.
When I'm there as a fan, I hate it because I want to be at the ballpark as long as possible. But as an employee, when I'm tired and I want to go home, it's nice. So I love and hate it.
Yeah, the teams are losing in-game money from it,
Yeah.
and I think
And then
that's
they extended beer sales because of that, which I hate because it's like we're gonna get the roads maybe unsafe now because of that.
Yeah.
the Brewers extended them and then took it back. The Brewers were the first to extend them.
Really?
Now, I think they're
Oh,
the
they
first to
took
take
it
it back
back.
now too.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I feel like there's a couple ways that I can look at it. One is, number one, you're gonna have, if you want to get fans in there for a longer experience, you need to create more pregame entertainment and fan amenities to get people to the stadium earlier, to give them something to do that they can enjoy until the game begins.
Yeah.
It's like you need to, number one, promote. Okay, if it's a 6:40 game, stadium opens at 5:10. We got stuff for you to do from 5:10 until first pitch. Number two, I see why they do it, and I get it in terms of television. So it's like I can deal with it, maybe extend it like 3 or 4 seconds per pitch. It gives them a little bit more leeway to play with, but I understand. But what I can't stand the most is that balls and strikes become the punishment.
Yeah.
I would argue create a foul system where if you like get busted twice in an at bat
Mm-hmm.
or 3 times in a game or something like that, you're out.
Who in the heck is our pitcher? Oh, it's McGill again. Okay. I think that every MLB stadium for every game should open up 2 hours before first pitch.
And that's based on John Jansen's comment. Ooh.
The Trop for certain games, the Trop has been opening the gates 2 hours before first pitch lately.
Yeah, I think it should be 2 hours, but I also think that there should be kind of a thing where you can pay for a batting practice pass.
That would be awesome, yeah.
Where say like you pay $5 extra on the addition to your ticket, you get like a second ticket, 5, 10, whatever they want it to be. So you can see the home field batting practice.
I would definitely do that. Oh my gosh. I mean, I get there usually close to an hour before gates open, so I'm the first one in. Now I don't care as much for batting practice because I get close to 30 baseballs a week from the grounds crew job.
Nice.
So I don't care about batting practice as much, but still, I like getting there early and just enjoying myself and taking it all in.
And I mean, you can have, for those that don't necessarily want to ball hawk during batting practice, you can do things like have concerts.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Have the concert before the game instead of after. Lose it. Oh, Willie, come on. Help us out.
There's an upcoming. Shaquille O'Neal is having a concert at Citizens Bank Park.
What?
Shaq with an artist. I forget which artist.
Oh, if it's our boy Anthony Carlos Molden who's the artist, I'd pay $200 to go to that game.
And like musical.
Oh, musical artist. Okay, I think not like an artist. Like you have a lot of musicians who, like DJs who perform. You have a live artist there.
Willie.
Oh, Willie, being Willie.
Well, Willie leads off. Bradley Telez and Brian Anderson.
A defensive wizard with a hole in his pants and without.
Break out 3 outs. Come on.
Going to the ninth.
We got, I believe, Colin Poche coming in.
But like, you only see who that is. That is doing it with Shaq. It's during the Phillies Braves series.
If the Brewers come, to tell you just how confident I am that your Rays are going to win this game, Harrison, if the Brewers come back and take the lead, I'm going to wear that cheese head. You know what it takes for me to wear the cheese head?
It's the middle of our order, so it wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, but the middle of the order is only 3 batters.
That's
They got to
true.
score 4 runs.
That's true. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could do like pregame concerts. You could have so many more things that
I
fans can enjoy.
believe for the Rays, they have a club for the season ticket holders. I believe they have small concerts in there before the game. If I'm not mistaken, I think they've mentioned that before. But yeah, for the whole stadium, that would be smart.
It is at 4:05. That 4:05 Phillies Nats game on that Saturday, July 1st. There's a Diesel aka Shaquille O'Neal post-game concert.
Nice. Yeah, I'd imagine they'd have to schedule it then because he would be on NBA duty beforehand.
Yeah, so. Well, no, because this would be during the finals.
True.
And so he'd be off.
Well, he'd be done by that point. The finals will be done by then anyway.
Oh, yeah, my bad, sorry.
That's all right. I make plenty of scripts in my life.
I was thinking of it being on June. What is this Brewers thing we're shouting at the Trop?
It's like the Brewers Star Wars font.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin Kelly. Okay.
Never heard of him.
He's a newer bullpen guy for us, and
484.
He's been interesting. Who's got bubble gum on? Someone in the Rays dugout has bubble gum on his hat.
Nice.
Love the trolling. All right, Willie.
Has any player successfully done the bubblegum trick on a manager?
Ooh.
Who's got the guts to try it? You'd never do it to La Russa.
I say someone should do it to Larissa. If he was still manager, I think someone should.
Yeah, they'd lose their job.
Yeah.
You're not respecting the game when you do that.
I could see Oliver Marmol of the Cardinals. I could see one of his players doing that to him.
Council could take it.
Yeah, Council could, without a doubt. David Ross could, for sure.
3-2 count.
Let's go, Willie!
Hey, Willie, how about you just ground out to the pitcher? Get this over with quick so you can go to sleep, rest, you know?
I don't know, maybe like
Or you can ground out to Wonder Franco. I mean, that works too.
Aaron Johnson. Hey!
That doesn't really work well.
Thank you for stopping by.
Hi, Aaron.
Awesome.
I'm
Detroit Tigers YouTuber. Oh, man. Yes, I wish I could have, too, just been in job chasing mode at the moment. Trying to make sure we take care of this family.
Yeah, the weekend. If it's not on the weekend, it's kind of hard for us to do.
Right, especially with the kids' school schedule, because the Brewers games are usually like 7:40, 8:10 start times Eastern time.
Yeah.
So you're going to bed for school. So
no, John, I said that Oliver Marmol, that someone could, that one of his players could do that. I did not say go Cardinals.
But Aaron, stay tuned. We may have some things in the works. Stay tuned. We may be calling on with you for something. We'll have to see.
1-2 to Tellez, 1 out.
Gotta squeeze that. Come on.
Everyone, go subscribe to Harrison on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, on all the things.
I'm everywhere.
Yes. I promise I will not sing the I'm Everywhere Johnny Cash song.
Thank you.
If you get the rights to it, it's a great promotional tool, but you don't want me singing it. Come on, Rowdy.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
Round out to Wonder Bronco. End this even quicker. You can go to sleep, Rowdy. Have a nice meal before.
I resemble that remark.
The game
That's
has
big
been
guys.
going now for 2 hours and 30 minutes.
It's not the worst. Lots of scoring, 12 runs total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is only the third pitcher for the race, so not a lot of pitching change for them.
True.
For the Brewers, they've had 7 total pitchers used.
I was going to say 7 pitchers for the Brewers. I could see that when you give up 8 runs, but I see your point.
Uh-oh. Yeah, let's get the double play here real quick.
Tellez advancing on a walk.
Cash calling to the bullpen. Interesting. Yeah, gang. Who's that? Hopefully someone good. Oh, Jason Adam. All right.
All right, Anderson. Let's go.
Let's go, BA.
Yeah, I'm guessing at one more base runner, and they'll probably bring Jason Adam in.
BA.
Aaron, if you're still watching, how many games have you been to this year? And if you ever go to Tampa for a game, find Harrison.
Yes.
You are at so many of the games.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely find him. 12 games, not bad. Not bad. And she has frozen at a lot of those Tigers games this year.
Oh, I bet.
A lot of rainy games. A lot of rained out games.
A lot of
We're
rained out
doing
games.
doubleheaders.
A lot of games in the 40s and chillier.
Let's go, BA.
It's still so weird to see pitch clocks on our broadcast here.
I like what Bali does. It's like in the middle of the bases.
Yeah. We see that too with Bally, Wisconsin. Supposed to go to Tampa for opening day. Did not happen. Hopefully next time.
Yeah, I was there for that. I paid $10 for my ticket for opening day. What happened was I went to buy opening day tickets for the outfield. I accidentally bought a ticket for the second game of the season instead of the first game. So when they announced their $10 ticket deal, I had to take advantage for opening day. So I still could go to that.
2-1 to BA.
2-2. Aaron, your Tigers are coming here to Philly early next month, the 4th, 5th, and 6th. It's a week instead of weeknights, though.
Oh, no.
I like the sound of that.
Oh, probably didn't even go.
Woo! Oh.
You got a run on that.
Think,
Rowdy,
guys.
Rowdy doesn't have
Think,
speed.
Rowdy.
Rowdy would have been out. Sorry, I love Rowdy, but he would have been out.
Yeah, because it kind of like rolled, bounced, or whatever, so probably didn't have much time. And he is. All right, let's get Jason Adam then. I don't like this. Home run makes it a 1-run game. Come on, Kevin. Get out there.
This.
All right, there you go.
Let's go.
2 on, 1 out.
Brewers.
Yep, Kevin Cash. There we go.
Aaron saying 75 drops 15 degrees in 15 minutes, and you turned into a popsicle.
Oh, boy.
Be prepared.
Hi, Kevin.
It's like Great Lakes weather. You don't like the weather? Wait 10 minutes. We felt that all the time back in Milwaukee.
Come on, Jason Adam.
Adams coming in onto the
One
mound
of
to
our
try
better
and close things
relievers.
down.
However, he has been giving up a couple home runs lately. So,
There's hope.
knock on wood.
I don't blame you.
As we have one out here in the ninth inning, if you're just joining us, make sure to check out Harrison Sawyer. YouTube, Harrison Sawyer 2, and then Twitter, Harrison Sawyer with that E as a 3, and then Twitch, Harrison Sawyer, and except for Twitter, they all have 2 R's at the end.
Check all those out. Definitely subscribe if you love baseball content, particularly if you love stadium design.
MLB The Show stuff.
He does fantastic.
Whoa. Some breaking news. Angels have DFA'd Brett Phillips. Could he come back to Tampa Bay?
Nah,
Or
come back to Milwaukee.
Yeah. I feel so bad for him. He was doing so good with the Rays in 2020, kind of 2021, and then just could not get things going in 2022.
Aaron, we have a long-term plan to fix that. We're just using right now separate setups within the same room for now.
Aaron, that should be fixed hopefully in the next couple weeks. I'm planning on getting some earbuds, so then hopefully we can just use the same device.
Everyone do what Aaron just did. Drop a sub to Harrison. Absolutely.
And Aaron says, Harrison, you want to teach me how to get 10K subs?
Help us too.
Consistency, and I mean that's the best thing. Just be consistent, because as time goes on, you'll get better and better with your video quality. I mean, if you go back to some of my old Stadium Creator videos, you'll see the quality not only with my microphone, but also my camera is bad compared to now, where I actually have a green screen and a really good microphone. My camera's good, so one pitch, one out.
And everyone do the same for Aaron. Absolutely. Do the same for Aaron. Yeah, that's not good for the Brewers. 2 out.
And let's do one more pitch. One more pitch. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Now at the plate from Mequon, Wisconsin.
I wonder if Adam gets to save here, even if he throws like 3 or 4 pitches.
The product of Ozaki High School, Owen Miller.
Now you're actually taking advantage of the echo, doing stadium announcements. I love it.
I wasn't trying to take advantage of the echo. I was just going.
But it's perfect. It's a perfect setup for that.
Let's go, Owen.
I like that swing, Owen. Keep swinging like that, please.
Boom. You nail it.
Oh, yeah.
You nail it, Aaron. Great job.
Yeah,
Great job.
when you get a video like that, make another very similar to it.
Yep.
That's what I do. Sometimes, if you look at my channel, some of my thumbnails are almost exactly the same as others, because I see the thumbnails do so good. So I just kind of tweak it a little bit. But also sometimes that's bad, because then sometimes people will maybe think, oh, did he upload the same video again or something like that. So gotta change it enough, but make it similar enough where you'll get the same good views.
Aaron, you are seeing the new green screen that we have in effect thanks to a still anonymous fan of ours.
Yeah, we've gotten lights, a webcam, a fancy microphone, and a green screen.
Oh, that's awesome.
From an anonymous person who won't tell us who they are.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They just
We are so thankful. Live your life, paying it forward. We'll be doing that. Oh, we are. That's why we're doing stadium announcements for the Brewers. And we're ignoring your last comment, John. No, it's all good.
The 2-2 to Miller.
And
Let's go, Brewers.
Swing and a miss. Come on. right here. Swing and a miss.
Sorry.
Oh,
That's not good.
I will take that.
That's not
Not
good.
the best of calls, but you know what? Good game.
Oh!
No, that's an
That's a
Angel
ball.
Hernandez call
That's
in
a
the game
ball.
to give the Rays an 8-4 win.
No way! There's no way!
Kid, they were down 4 runs.
We
We did. They were down 4 runs though.
had 2 guys on!
Yeah, he framed that really well, though.
Not happy. Not happy. But
it's the face of Willie Adames, who's just standing there, who's standing next to the railing with his face. In shock.
Was that a 3-2 pitch as well?
oh, John, you haven't seen some of these videos where he's been angry. He's had some classic moments.
So, Harrison, congrats on the series.
Best team in baseball right now. I give it to you.
After losing the series against the
we're
Mets
coming for you
and
tomorrow.
splitting with the Yankees, that was very needed.
And massively sorry, Aaron, that it was the Nats that beat you. But I'm just going to say it's a little bit of a tease. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Freddie Peralta. He's coming for you tomorrow, Harrison. He's coming for you.
Congrats on sweeping the Tigers back in March.
So, watch out, Rays fan, because Freddie's coming.
Oh, it was a 2-2 pitch, I believe. Okay. If it was 3-2 and it was above the zone, could have been bases loaded with 2 outs, Grand Slam would have tied it.
Yep.
Then I feel like it would have been a lot more arguing, but that was just barely above the strike zone.
Yeah, that was not Kyle Schwarber argument type stuff.
Yeah, but still, it wasn't a strike.
Yeah, still bad call, but
Not as debilitating.
yeah.
Not as debilitating. I mean, we were at that Kyle Schwarber, Angel Hernandez game.
Yeah, we were in Brewers gear.
That was just egregious. Just ridiculously egregious.
To quote the Philly captain, Angel Hernandez, go stay! And
I don't like you. I know, Aaron. You got us. Man, and Harrison, your guys got us today, but they're the best team in baseball right now, so I can't knock you.
Keep that going.
I cannot knock you. Who do you have after the Brewers tomorrow?
Let's see, that's a good question.
I'll race you.
Toronto. Oof. And then the Dodgers. Oh, boy.
Your employers.
Actually, yeah. No.
Your employers.
What's funny is actually they were giving all employees for the Dunedin Blue Jays tickets to that game, but I'm working the Rays game, so I'll be there as a Rays employee instead of a Blue Jays employee.
Actually, Aaron, that series is here in Philly. So, but if you want to come out, let us know if you are. Let us know if you are. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Big glove collab. Big glove Bob.
Tony
That's going to be a blast.
Tony Mola.
Are you a subscriber, Harrison, to Baseball Road Tripper?
Wait, what?
Are you a subscriber to Baseball Road Tripper?
I'm not.
Change that.
We did a minor league video with him last year. He's awesome.
Class human being.
Yeah.
He has been to major league games now in I don't know how many countries. Plus, he's even done everything about going to games in Mexico.
And he has done what you may call the impossible. He has gone to a game in Boston and a game in LA in one day.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah, that's next level for sure. I saw. I don't know if you guys know them. Draft Neck Mark. He's a Mets fan.
Oh yeah.
I think he went to a Mets game and a Yankees game in the same day.
Yep.
Or
Yeah,
I might be
think he
thinking
did
of
that.
Zach Campbell. I know Zach has done something like that too.
Zach has done 2 Mets games and 2 Yankees games in one day.
Oh yeah, because they were double headers. Yeah. That's crazy.
I mean, you'd have to it'd be like a 12:05 start for one, and then like a 7:05 start for the other doubleheader to really pull that off. That is not easy. You probably don't catch all the games, but
Right, yeah.
still.
That's next
Harrison,
level.
In the private StreamYard chat, I'm gonna drop the link to Baseball Road Trooper for you.
Oh, I subscribe to him. I'm on his
Okay,
channel
cool.
right now.
That's outstanding. Outstanding. We're going to have to see what doubles we can pull off this summer if the job market decides to do the right thing for us and get us where we need to go. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Harrison, thank you, number one, for popping in. Number two, you are a class act of a channel.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Number three, so cool to see you dive into this game that you love so much that you can work for 2 teams. And do it.
Rivals too. That's the best part.
That is so cool. What are you hoping to do with your channel and beyond?
As far as a career, I would love to do social media for a sports team. Whether it's just recording interviews with players and posting it on TikTok and YouTube, or just anything like that, I would love to do. And for my channel, I would love to go still do that behind the scenes stuff that I've been doing recently. But hopefully I'll up the quality because the glasses I have aren't the best. So the quality, I definitely don't feel like they're my best pages because of the quality, but people are requesting more. So I've been doing it a little bit more often now. So people want to see that. I'll continue that for sure.
Very cool.
Because not many people know how much it takes to make a baseball game happen. I mean, until I started working there, I thought it was like, an hour here and there, a little bit of work. But no, I mean, you're there at the field more than you're at home, basically. So it does take a lot.
Boom. Everyone do what Aaron just did and is going to do. Check out Harrison Sawyer. Absolutely. And by the way, the Oakland A's are looking for a social media person.
I saw that and I did apply.
You did.
I may not be able to go all the way to Oakland, but I might be able to convince them to let me do it remotely. So we'll see.
Nice.
I did also apply yesterday. The Lightning are looking for a social media manager, so I applied for that.
Nice.
As well. So we will see. Sadly, a lot of these social media jobs look for a bachelor's degree, which I don't have. But I feel like my YouTube channel is just as good, if not better, because it shows I know already what I'm doing. So
hopefully they will give you a shot.
Hopefully someone will. I'm sure someone will see what I do and they'll be like, okay, let's see. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Only a matter of time.
On our end, I don't know what we're doing next weekend.
Yeah, we haven't made any determinations. We have to check on the Memorial Day schedule.
So we'll see. Brewers play the Giants. So we'll see what happens, transpires with that. But yeah.
Yeah, we will definitely have something in the works. Absolutely. So for those of you, again, Harrison, thank you massively. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
It was a lot of fun.
No problem. For everyone to go check out Harrison, to check out all the stuff we do on Sorsey Stories, kid, what should people do?
Like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Ding, ding,
ding.
ding.
Harrison's social media and YouTube is right there for us. Just linktree.com/Sorsey Stories for everything we do. So for Harrison, for my dad, I'm Anthony. So long from the Sorgy Sports Studios in Philadelphia. See you, everybody.
Congratulations on your Rays. Go Crew. Go Rays after Sunday. You got a great team, Harrison.
Thank you.